Alrighty, and welcome to another construction update of AlpenFury at Canada's Wonderland. Let's get right to it because this is a really action-packed construction update. It's been a while, hasn't it? So as you can see, Alpenfest is completely getting bulldozed. They've removed the old electrical building for Blauer Enzian. They're getting rid of the icy stand, which also used to be Clockworks' old entrance bay into the queue line for Clockworks, which is where Shockwave now sits. So as you can see, the icy stand's gone. The electrical building for Blauer Enzian's gone. I think they waited to get rid of it because it also powers the Fly. And it also powered the icy stand. So I think they waited until now to get rid of it so they can disconnect the Fly from the power. And now they're doing that. I don't know if they're going to remove any other buildings in AlpenFest because hopefully, fingers crossed, they remove a lot of them and we're going to see an all-new area with AlpenFury as well. As you saw there, they're working on the footings in between Vortex's lift and Vortex's drop. They have started cutting, a very slow process by the looks of it, cutting into the mountaintop where AlpenFury will shoot out of. Looks tiny, eh? So as you could tell, the black was just weatherproofing. So as you can see, there's the actual paint job. It looks great. It's blended in a lot better. It doesn't stand out too much as being like a lot newer than the rest of the mountains. So they picked a really nice coat of paint. But yeah, so definitely a lot of work still going on with this coaster, along with like having to do all the theming. Coaster track shipments have completely stalled, which is really messing up the timeline of things. I thought they were going to be doing the one shipment every week, maybe possibly two, because there were some weeks we were getting two shipments. But now we've received absolutely nothing in over a week, which kind of messes up my entire timeline of what things are going to be happening. So outside of that, we're still working on just footings at the current moment and now gutting AlpenFest of all its structures. I don't think there's going to be anything in this area for Winterfest by the looks of it, not even any decorations. But over here, where you're going to be pulling out of that first inverted drop for AlpenFury, you have this massive kind of concrete pad they're forming for those first set of footings on the ride. They are also moved over and started working on the footings just under Wonder Mountain Guardian's first turn off of the lift hill. So that is the group of 157 A, B, and C that they're working on currently there. As you can see here, a whole day's work on AlpenFury cutting the hole in the mountains. Still a lot of work to go. It's definitely a huge process. That cement pad on top, that concrete pad, whatever you want to call it, is a lot thicker than I think any of us predicted. But yeah, so things are happening. You're going to see even just in a second, it's a very large team working on AlpenFury, from like AlpenFest area to Extreme Skyflyer area being cleaned up and ready for whatever vertical construction and then landscaping. That area has been nicely finished off. The area leading to and from Extreme Skyflyer has been completely finished. So now they're just finishing off this last little section of footings. As you can see there, there's that grouping of footings right there. It looks really cool. It's going to be cool to see that in person. But it's like a little city of construction workers. So they do also still have this little tiny area to do some footings in as well. I can't fully tell if they're finished there. It doesn't look like it, but again, it's hard to tell. The drone looks like we are super close to the construction site, but it is the zoom, so we are actually really far away. So sometimes the color distortion does not help with figuring out what certain things are, so we have to wait till we go in person to be able to figure out what some of those things are. So I'll have to check the Pizza patio area to tell you if they are done in that area. So they're just finishing off some footings in this area, definitely using that water pressure excavation truck because there's a lot of electrical and gas lines and water lines in that area. And then they have that extended concrete cement truck there that they are using to fill in some of these footings that are a little in hard to reach areas. So super excited to see what this first pull out of the drop looks like, because it is a big group of footings in that area. So definitely very curious to see how that turns out. Also really curious to see what's going to happen with Shockwave and the Fly in terms of theming and color, to see if they blend in, try to retheme them and paint them to have them blend in with the area. So they've definitely picked up a lot of pace. As you can tell from the last construction update, there's a lot more that has occurred. With them cutting the hole in the top of the mountain, based off of what was said in our construction tour of the mountain, that means they have built the weatherproofing tunnel inside the mountain to prevent water and weather and nature from getting to other parts of the mountain. So I'm assuming, based off of what was said on the construction tour, that the weatherproofing tunnel has been completed or is at least started at minimum in that area. So as you can see here, I'm really, really, really shocked that they are moving forward with the show in this area. It looks really small, very small area to view it, but this area is complete in terms of concrete footing and caisson work. Thank you so much for watching today's construction update. Stay tuned for an in-park update on Saturday. Definitely stay tuned for my 5-year prediction. You guys are going to want to watch that. Have a good one, guys. Bye.